Mr. Fazma.
Hi, sir.
I am from Naya Company.
Yes, sir.
Can you audit my company, please? This is my document.
Oh, thank you, sir. Later, we take a various steps and procedure before we accept you as our client. Then, if you accept you as our client, later we send you email or call you. Okay. Thank you, sir. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very pleasant morning. I be to our lecturer, Mr. Isahamdu, and my fellow friends. I am Fazma Huzairi bin Jamaluddin. I want to present about audit assignment, which is titled about client and acceptance. First and foremost, we must check the reputation, background, or history of the company. We, as an auditor, should get information about our clients' reputation to ensure the company is not apparently hide risk clients. Particularly, we should assess the management integrity. This can be seen through the case study that mentioned how the company's vice president of finance was charged with a misdemeanor involving about illegal gambling on soccer games last 5 years ago. According to the new reports, charges were later dropped into return for Mr. Adam agreeing to pay a fine $800 and perform 200 hours of community service. Besides, Naya Manufacturing has switched the implement of new accounting and control system last year, but unfortunately, it's not functioned well. This is because this situation, their conventional audit trials are not kept in a good condition, and some mistakes made by the untrained staff. According to ISA 400 risk assessment and internal control, which is the transaction or the other event must record in the correct amount and a proper way. If this above situation, if it follows the auditing standard, which is ISA 400. In addition, we as an auditor should seek information about the nature of the business when they are under which type of industry, either transportation, food industry, or others. The auditor should take various steps to obtain an understanding about the business nature. For instance, the auditor will go on site tour, review industry publication, and determine in our firm has or can reasonable expect to obtain the technical skills and industry knowledge needed to perform the audit properly. This can be proven through the case study that mentioned about how our audit firm never audited a company with the CP Speak brand of accounting system IT use of Naya Manufacturing. Our auditors only audit under healthcare service industry. However, our local officers' IT system is fairly confident they can diagnose Naya control weaknesses and help Naya overcome current difficulties. Other than that, they are also one of the factors must be ensured before we accept the client, which is we must make sure our firm has the relevant expertise, competent skills to do the audit of the clients with the differences of industry. Even we have not the expertise, we can learn and hire the people outsiders who are expert in it. For example, under this case of Naya company, even our firm has usually audit for healthcare service. For the first time, the audit must explore in other industry, which is IT system. But not worry, our IT teams will fix the problem. However, the auditor must take serious before accept a client by more strictly through the inspection and investigation, by communicate with the predecessor auditors, which is the previous audit for the company, to make sure that there are no professional reasons for which audit should not be accepted and there are no legal or ethical problems. I should further Unfortunately, under this case, the company's VIP, which is VIP Vice President of Finance, which is Mr. Adam, refused us from get the information from the previous auditors. He claimed that the predecessor auditors didn't understand their business environment very well and was not technically competent to help them with their new IT system. The auditor got permission to contact the previous auditor as soon after they get the permission from Mr. Adam and the company's president. The auditor claimed that the previous auditor has some problem with Naya monitoring, primarily related the complexities the problem with Naya new IT system and management tendency to aggressively reflect year-end accruals and revenue in order to meet creditors. The auditor also disclosed that dissolution of the relationship of Naya was a mutual agreement between the two parties, and that his firm's relationship with management has been somewhat difficult, almost from the beginning. Furthermore, the auditor must determine independence of our firm with respect to the client. This can be shown when in the case study mentioned about independence reviews a part of Gamma's and Co. quality control program. Every 3 months, each employee of the firm is required to file with the firm in update disclosure of their personal check stock investment. The staff auditor can review the disclosure as part of the process of considering Naya Manufacturing as potential client. Besides, the management team in the company also face some problems that the auditor must look around and must evaluate the integrity of the management. This can be seen when in September 2014, the company experienced significant management turnover when the both of the vice president of the operations and the financial controller resigned to take jobs in other cities. The reason for their leaving was disclosed by management as being related to the personal issues. And last but not least, the procedure to be considered as auditor before accept the client, they must obtain the review of the client financial information such as annual reports and income tax returns. For the evidence, we can see through the case study shown how the auditor occurred the past 3 years financial statements from Naya Manufacturing, including the unaudited statements for the most recent year ended December 31st, 2014. The financial information is provided on the page that follow. Datuk Sadat, the partner in charge of the Naya Manufacturing engagements, wants you to analyze the financial information to see what information can we use to draw from them, paying particular attention to items that might be helpful either to accept the client or not. There are procedures of required by auditing standards include: first, auditor must check the reputation, background of or history of the company client. This state in ISA 210, which is evaluate the client background. Secondly, auditors must check the internal control system which is in the company. They mention about accounting and control system, which state in ISA 400, which is risk assessment and internal control. Number 3 is auditor should seek information about the nature of the client business. This is stated under ISA 310, which is knowledge of the businesses. Number 4, auditor should do inspection inspection, and investigation by they communicate with the producer auditors to get some information. What have they are done before this? This state under ISA 300, which is planning and audit and financial statement. Number 4, auditors must do some independence review as part of GAMA's and Co-Quality Control Program, which is under ISA 610, considering of the work for internal auditing. Number 5 is the auditors must evaluate the integrity of the management, which is under state of ISA 580, which is the integrity of the management and evaluate the effect. Number 6 is the auditors must hire the expertise in their audit firm, not include the certain skill, which is under state ISA 620, which is using the work of an expert. That's all from my part. With that, thanks.
Hi, my name is Tolkna Sagaidul. I want to talk about the financial rationalize. Sustainability, business, and the mission required effectivity planning and financial management. Rationalize is useful management tool that will improve your understanding about the financial result and the trends over time and provide key indicators of management performance, organization performance. Manager will use the ratio analysis to pinpoint strengths and the weakness for which strategy can be formed. Ratio analysis to measure your result against other organization or make judgment concerning management effectiveness and mission impact. For ratio to be useful and meaningful, they must be calculated consistent from period to period, calculate using accurate financial information, and use it in comparison to be benchmarks and the goals. Sustainability business and mission requirement effective for planning and financial management. Financial ratio analysis is useful to management tools that will improve your understanding about the financial results and trends over time, and provide key indicators of organization performance. Manager will use ratio analysis to pinpoint strengths and weaknesses to strategy can be formed. So rationalize to measure your result against other organizations or make judgment concerning management effectiveness and the mission impact.
Hi, my name is Zahashima Sarimin. I'm doing for Audit 1, Task 3 and Task 4. Task 3 about what is non-financial matters should be considered before accepting Naya Manufacturing Limited as a client. How important are these issues to the client accept the decision and why? First, management turnover. Naya Manufacturer hired new vice president and president of operation. When the president of operation is new, they don't have a good evidence to give to the auditor, so that the auditor have difficulty to have the information of that company. Okay, second is first the processor don't want to working together. Okay, the processor don't want working together is because they have something maybe fraud, maybe another whatever. So that the new auditor cannot get enough evidence to cannot get enough evidence. Okay. Third is accounting control system. Naya Manufacturing Limited switched to the new integrated computer-based control accounting system early last year. This computer-based central are not well managed. It takes time to get the information for auditor. Okay, for the task 4, Naya Wan Gamas. Task 4, Naya Wan Gamas and Co. to aid developing and improving their account IT system. Identify two advantages and disadvantages of having the same audit firm provide both auditing and consulting service. Give the current IASP, AICPA independence rule. Will Gamas and Corporation be able to help the company with their accounting IT system and provide a financial statement audit? Okay, first the advantages is fulfill the customer needs. When expanding the service, make auditor can fulfill the customer needs, such as do the work in the time can make the customer satisfied. Okay, second is know the scope earlier. When some customer can make auditor know about the scope of the industry of work they can work early. So the deadline they can fulfill the deadline. Okay, disadvantages is conflict of interest. Having the same firm in auditing can make the conflict of interest discrepancy between the private interest and the responsibility of person in position of the trust. Okay, second is error in the report. Auditor can consult, analyze the information provided by the client management. So the management feed incorrect data. So it makes the data is error, then make the error in error report. AICPA has their own rules that apply in company. First, client and affiliate. Financial statement attends client and considered to be any entity whose financial statements are audited. Second, covered member and others firm professional. Whenever you are covered member, you become subject to full range of independence rule with the regard to specific attends client. Third is networking firm. CPA firm frequently from associate with others firm and entity and cooperate with them enhance their capability to provide the professional services. Okay, fourth is family member. If you are cost member, with the respect to attend client, member of your family generally must follow the same rules with you. Okay, this rule can help Naya Manufacturer Limited to have more transparent account company. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Premla Devi. Gamas & Co. should not accept Nayan Manufacturing Limited as our audit client. There are several points. My first point is Gamas & Co. Do not have any experience in electrical appliance industry. It might be a good opportunity for the company to enter new market, but for the Nayan Manufacturing Limited, it seems they have to face more risk. My second point is based on the predecessor auditor. Nayan Manufacturing Limited got high issue about the complexity and the problem with the firm's new IT system, and also management tendency to aggressively reflect year-end accrual and revenue in order to meet creditors' requirement. The firm got record certain adjustment to revenue and receivable to get clean point on the financial statement, which called fraud risk. The company should disclose all important key related in auditing to an auditor. But in this case, it clearly seemed that the client tried to hiding some issue by ignoring the company to meet the predecessor. And my third point is firm's new IT system also was not well managed, and there is a problem in inventory tracking and cost accumulation, receivable billing and aging, payroll tax deduction, payable, and balance sheet account classification. The company also stopped processing the old accumulating system in May 2013, and that do not have conventional audit trail properly. It seemed the firm loss of some important document which related to financial. So I think Gamas and Co. should not accept the clients. Thank you.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
We started.
Oh, I'll tell you.